So welcome to the evening masterclass. Tonight, we are going to be doing a practice that manages wind. So wind is related to Vata. Vata is made up of ether and air. So what is Vata? Vata is one of the doshas in Ayurvedic medicine. The doshas are, we're not going to talk about the definition, but the doshas are the constitutions. And so when you're born, you have a particular combination of the elements. Those elements come together to make up what we call the three doshas. So ether and air, those elements come together to make up Vata. And then you have Pitta, which is made up of fire, tiny bit of water. And then you have Kapha, which is water and earth. So today we have a really windy day here in Reno. So our practice is going to be managing the wind. And the reason why it's a good idea to do that, and I always want to talk about it, every time we have a windy day, I will always talk about it, because I want people to understand that yoga is really meant to help us heal. It's really meant to help us manage our lives. So you can use your yoga practice as a way to bring yourself back into balance. You absolutely can do that. It's a way of saying, gosh, I'm feeling like I'm not sleeping at night, or I have anxiety. And if those things are happening, those are high Vata conditions. If those things are happening, then you can use your yoga practice as a way to settle all of that down. So we are dealing with wind, and wind, unless you're a Kapha person that actually needs wind, because Kapha needs stimulation because it's made up of earth and water. If you have a lot of air going on and then you have a windy day, it lifts the air up and it kind of scatters things around, and it makes us feel like chaotic and more scattered and spacey. You can't find your keys, or you hit your head on the cabinet, and those kinds of things happen when we're dealing with high Vata inside and also outside. So, we are going to use our practice today as a way of managing that. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. So we're coming to the mat today. Hi, Andre. We are coming to the mat today, and we're starting out on our back. So let's go ahead and start out on the back. And so you want to find your heels. All right, find your heels. And then what we're going to do is we're going to work our way from here and then go right into a whole practice. So starting out with the core, waking up the core. Inhale, your arms are going to come up. Exhale, release down. And now inhale, lift the pelvis. And exhale down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift your pelvis. And then exhale, release. Inhale, arms up again. And then exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. One more time, just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now we're going to lift the pelvis and the arms together, staying coordinated with the breath. Inhale, the arms and the pelvis lift. Exhale down. And then inhale, lift. Exhale down, and keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So we're going to do one more. Inhale, so we're making another adjustment. Exhale. Now inhale, legs come up, and then exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. So stabilize your lower abdominals. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. Inhale, reach both arms and pelvis. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Good. One more. Up and down, and then the up and down. Good. This time we lift the pelvis up,
Hold it there, reach your arms, and then release your arms back down to your side. Squeeze the legs towards each other without touching, and press your feet. Draw the navel in. So we're engaging the lower abdomen, the transverse abdominis here. Then we lower, and now we extend the legs straight out and lift the upper body. Then bring it in, lift, lower, and extend. Bring it in and lift, lower, and extend. In and lift, lower, extend. In, lift, lower, extend. Two more. In, lift, lower, and extend. And in and lift and lower, extend. And we're going to hold it here. Now, here is your options. You can either hold it here, you can alternate one leg at a time, or you're going to go right arm reaching up, bring it back to the thigh, left arm reach, bring it back, right arm reach and back, left arm and back, right arm. Now you can alternate right arm, right leg, then bring it down, left arm, left leg, down, right, down, left. Good. Four more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the knees in. Release your head down. The knees are going to come in and then open up into a circle. Nice and slow. Bring it in and open up. Bring it in and open up. And then we're going to go in the other direction, pushing away and bringing it together. Pushing away and together. Pushing away and together. Good. Now from there, we're going to actually draw the knees back in and the feet go up. So you're going to grab either below the ankle or the baby toe side of the foot and press your sacrum down. Draw the knees down. Go wide. So not too wide because you do want to keep the knees bent. The knees are going down towards the armpit. Press your sacrum down and then rock side to side. We're kind of gradually moving our way into, we're going to do a plow, right? What's our intention? Our intention is to settle Vata. How do we settle Vata? Well, we work with the Vayus. So those are the subtle forces that we manipulate as we move through our practice. And the Vayus that we're trying to encourage more of is Apana, right? Downward and inward, Samana. Good. So from here, then we release. When you release, you're going to push back up into bridge. Interlace your fingers underneath you. And now extend your right leg straight out and hold. Hold it there. And then release and do the other leg. Hold. So you're pushing actively into the right foot. Building strength in the core. Good. And then from there you release. Now the knees come up again. So I want to show you an option. If you cannot get your butt up off the ground, you're going to grab a block and you're going to place a block right under the sacrum. And that is going to be your option. Okay. If you can get your butt off the ground, then what you're going to do is lift. Okay. We're going to take our hands right to the low back. Okay. Good. And then we lift up. Now, what we want to do is we want to encourage one leg down at a time. So the right leg goes down and then bring it up. Then the left leg down and bring it up. Now I'm not going to the floor just yet. Taking my time, down and up. But if you find that you cannot do that, then what you're going to do is bend your knee. So if you cannot get your foot to the floor, then you're going to bend the knee. Drop it down, bring it in. Drop it down, bring it in. Or you're going to go to the floor, all right, and hold it. And if you're not able to get your toes to the ground, then you drop your knees and hold. Slowly, slowly coming out of it. You're going to come all the way up into a seated position. Lift up, Dandasana. So in Dandasana, staff pose, your hands go right next to the hips. Lift your heels up off the ground, feet are flexed. Draw the navel in, lift it up, push down into the floor, and squeeze your shoulder blades together. The chest lifts, the head draws back. Draw the navel in, push your hands into the ground. Lift your heart, everybody, lift more. Feel those shoulder blades squeezing together. Good, and then we release. The hands are going to go back behind you. We're going to go into tabletop. Lift up and then release. From there, extend. Bring it in. Lift up. Release and extend. Bring it in. Lift. Down. And then extend. Lift. Down. We're really working with core here. Lift. Down and extend. So what does Vata need? Vata needs stability. Vata needs strength. Grounding. Good. Next one we hold. So hold it. We're holding that tabletop. Lift up. Nice and stable. Look down the midline of the body. And then release. And from there, you lift the chest, reach your arms up. Now I have my feet on the ground. You could stay right there, but I do want you to lift the chest or your legs lift up. Keep lifting your chest, shoulder blades together. Lift your chest. Lift, lift, lift. Good, and then from there, we flatten out. We're gonna go right into a forward fold. Good, and come to the top of your mat. If you're not at the top, come to the top. And then inhale up. Exhale down, all the way down. And then we're going to inhale our arms behind us, interlace the fingers up off the back. Drop here and hold. And then releasing your arms, bend your knees. Inhale up. Then reach. Release down. And then step back into down dog. Holding down dog. And then shifting into plank. We are holding plank, creating stability, strength. So even though it's windy, the wind can blow and we are stable and strong. Lower all the way down, modify to the knees if you need to.
Flatten out your feet. Lift up Bhujanasana. Keep your pelvis on the ground. Press back, Adho Mukha Savasana. Down dog, hold. Hold it there. That looks nice, you guys. All right, now we're shifting over to the right side into Vashisthasana, side plank. You can modify by dropping the knee, but I do want you to keep it nice and strong. Build strength for Vata. Push up. Push up. Then swing the arm around. And as you swing the arm around, right leg is going to come up into three-legged dog. Hold it. Again, hold, steady. Then draw that leg in. And we're going to go into warrior one. Sorry, guys, my hamstring is really hurting today. So I'm having to be really careful. Reach up, warrior one. Bend the knee. And then we are going to release the arms back behind us. We're dropping forward again. So when you drop forward, your torso either goes to the thigh or you drop to the inside. And we're adding this because we're trying to calm the Vata. And then releasing down. And again, stepping back into plank, and we hold steady. Taking our time. Slowly lower. Lift up Bhujanasana. Press back. Adho Mukha Savasana, down dog. Good, again, we're gonna do that side plank. So, Vashisthasana. So you're either gonna roll right over to the left baby toe side of the foot and reach up, or you can modify by dropping the knee. Push the hips up though. Stable and steady. Build strength. Force Vata to build strength. Become stable. Become substantial. And then releasing. Going back into down dog. And now your left leg comes up. Three-legged dog. Reach. And hold it there. And then stepping forward, dropping your back heel and come up warrior one. Reach. Nice. And then interlace your fingers behind you. Drop the torso to the thigh or go to the inside. Lift. The arms come up off the back. The arms come up off the back, helping to release tension out of the neck and the shoulders. And then releasing down and stepping back into down dog. Shifting into plank. And again, we hold steady, strong, stable. Modify to the knees if you need to. Just make sure you're holding it strong. Then lower with control. Lift up Bhujanasana. And press back. Adho Mukha Savasana. Down dog, hold. All right, and then we're going to release into child's pose. So big toes together, open up the knees, and relax.
forehead down. And then we're moving on.
Relax. Your arms could go to your side. That's going to be a lot more relaxing than out in front of you. Whatever position you choose, just make sure that your arms are completely released. And again, you're going to soften the breath. So you want to pay attention to what's happening with your breath. Slow. Back up into down dog. From here, we pick up the right leg, three-legged dog, hold it. And then we step forward for warrior two. Drop your back heel and come up. Open up. Look down that middle right finger. So we are going to be doing a rotation to the center. So we're in warrior two, and then we reach up, turn your right foot. So you're going to go warrior two, turn your right foot. Now feet are parallel, and the right hand actually goes right to the center. So normally we go all the way to the foot. We're going right to the center, and we're going to work our way there. If you have a block, you can use it, and then you push and then stack. Now I want you to keep the hips even, and then open up. Stack the left shoulder on top of the right. And then release. And now the left hand comes down, same thing. And we open up. Keep your hips even, and then open up. Stack right shoulder on top of the left. Now, when you do that, don't let the hips shift. Keep them balanced. Open. Kellen. And then release. And now we rotate into a high lunge. So you turn and you go into a high lunge. From the high lunge, reach up, three-legged dog. And then that leg is going to come through and under. Go across the body, and then you drop and open up. It's another variation of Vashisthasana, side plank. You can drop the knee if you need to. Push up through the hips. And then release. Shifting into plank. Hold steady. Lower with control. Lift up, Bhujanasana. And then push back. Extended prayer. Curl your toes under. Then releasing your arms to your back, interlace your fingers and lift your arms up off the back. And if you can, you're going to lift the pelvis up so you go to the top of the head. So some people may not be able to do this if they have any instability in the neck, but otherwise you lift to the top of the head. It actually stimulates the crown chakra, which is going to encourage contemplation. And then releasing down. Good, coming back up into down dog. Hold it there. Hold it there, take a few breaths.
All right, then the left leg steps forward, drop your back heel, and we go into warrior two on the other side. Drop. All right, and then from there, we lift. So the left arm comes up and you turn now the left foot. Both feet are parallel and the left hand comes down. But now, instead of in the center, you're gonna go between the center and that right foot. So if you're using a block, it goes about halfway. Flat hand, and then you watch those hips. Don't let them rotate. And if they do, you go back to the center. And then stack, open up, right shoulder on top of the left. And then releasing. Now your right hand comes down either to the center or you go between that point and the left foot. And then you even out the hips, then stack. Left shoulder on top of the right. And then releasing from there, you're going to turn towards that left foot, go into a high lunge. Hold it there. Then that left leg is going to go up into three-legged dog. Pull the leg in, and then you're going to go under and across and rotate to the baby toe side of the foot. Open up. Keep pushing your hips up. And then release. And then that leg goes back and you're going to go into plank, and we hold steady, strong, stable. We're trying to calm the Vata, which means we have to take our time here. Lower. Lift. And then we go into extended prayer. The toes curled under. And extend those arms. You can either stay here or you interlace your hands again at the low back. Then you come to the top of the head, to the crown chakra, and the arms lift up off the back. Navel in. Good, and then releasing. And going back into down dog. Back into down dog. Nice. Down dog, holding. All right, from here, we're going to step forward with the right leg. Now you might need a block. And it's going to go on the big toe side of the foot. Good, we straighten the legs. Move the left foot out a little bit so you could square the hips. So what I mean by that is, instead of having your hips turned to the side, you want them facing the front, both hips. So the right hip moves back and the left hip goes forward. Okay. Right hand is going to go to the sacrum and the left hand reaches up. So right leg is forward, left leg is back. Right hand is at the sacrum, left arm reaches up. Drop the navel in and lift it up. Inhale, exhale, drop down. Inhale up. Exhale down, open the whole front body. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale up. And then exhale, we're going to hold. Now, right hand drops. Inhale, you open up to the side. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, open to the side. Exhale, drop down. So this is what it looks like. Inhale, you're opening. Exhale, it comes back down. Two more. Inhale, open, you turn your head as well. And down. And one more. Turn, open, and hold. Parvarita Trikonasana. So triangle with a twist. You can use a block, you guys. I have to, because I have that pulled hamstring and I'm really unstable today. Then swing your arm around. Step back into down dog. Again, we shift into plank and we hold it because we want to be stable. Hold it. Draw back through your heels, you guys. Draw back through the heels. Lower your butt. Draw back through your heels. Don't drop your knees though. All right, now if you do need to modify, you can modify to the knees. Otherwise, go all the way down, lower. Lower with control. Nice. Lift up Bhujanasana, Cobra. Press back, Adho Mukha Savasana. Good. Now we pick up the left leg and step the left leg forward. Drop your back heel. If you're using a block, it goes on the big toe side of the foot. And then we lift up. Right hand is in the air. Left hand is at the sacrum. Same thing. You're going to draw the hip back. We want to square those hips. Left hip back, right hip forward. Square those hips. Navel draws in. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3. 2 more, just like that. Up. Take your time. And down. 1 more. Up. And down. And we hold it here. And now we drop the left hand and we open up. Up, open, and release. So it looks like this. Open and release. And you open the torso. That whole body follows the arm. Open and down. 2 more. Open and down. Kellen. Quiet. Hold it there. So you hold. Parvarita Trikonasana. Hold. Hold. Stack that left shoulder on top of the right, you guys. Open up that left side of the chest. It looks good.
And then swing around and step back into down dog. Again, shifting into plank, and we hold steady. And lower with control. Lift up Bhujanasana. And then press back. Child's pose. Rest. Hold it there. And take that pause, settle the breath, settle the body, completely relax. Okay, coming back up into down dog, we're going to actually bring the right leg forward for pigeon. If you need assistance with pigeon, in other words, you need a little bit of help, you can use a block, or actually using your blanket is better. You can roll in threes or you can roll it in half. So your right leg comes forward and you take your blanket right underneath the glutes. I do want you to keep that pelvis even. So that means the right and the left hips are lined up. You don't have one higher than the other. Right now, say I just lifted my left hip higher than my right. Nope, I don't want to do that. I want them even. So I'm going to lift up, drop that hip. If you're able to, pull the right foot up a little bit higher. So pull it up higher. If you can't, don't worry about it. And then we drop onto the elbows. If that doesn't work for you, use a block. Relax your head. Good. Now we're going to lift up. And when we lift up, we're going to actually rotate to the left. So you're going to drop down. I pulled my blanket out and open. Right heel now goes into the groin and extend the left leg out and then open. Now, if you need a blanket that's uncomfortable for you and you can't go both sit bones down comfortably, then you can pop up on a blanket. And there you are. Good, and then from there, that left leg is going to come in, and I know my back is to you guys, but you're either going to pull it in front of the right foot, or what I would really like you to do is try half lotus. And if you're not able to do half lotus by pulling the foot so that the toes hang off the thigh, then you're going to take that foot onto a block. Okay, so you choose what position works for you, and then we drop forward again. All these forward folds help to manage that Vata, high Vata, pacify the Vata. We're dealing with Vata today because we have very windy conditions, right? It's been kind of very precarious weather lately for us here in Reno because we had very, very high temperatures for days in the high 90s and hundreds, low hundreds. That's very hot. And 2 weeks before, it was snowing, right? So that's difficult on the body. So if you're wondering, if your body's not feeling right, you're feeling kind of off, it's okay. That's not an uncommon thing because we're dealing with variable weather and it can impact us like that. We are connected to nature, very much influenced by the environment and the weather. Good. Now from here, we're going to lift up. We're going to lift up. You're in half lotus. You're going to come off your blanket. Okay. You may not be able to do this. If you can't, then you're going to drop the foot down because we're going to lay down on our back all the way down. But I really want you to stay in half lotus if you can. So here's how you can help. You're going to actually grab that foot with the right hand and then grab the other foot underneath with the left hand. So I'm grabbing both my feet. Now gravity is assisting in that posture. So it's the half lotus, you're supine. Very nice. Good. Now both legs come up and you're going to take the left leg over the right, open up your arms. You have the option of hooking the left foot underneath the calf. Then your foot comes down, slightly moving your hips to the left and drop the legs to the right. Now, if you need, you can take a block right underneath the knees. Good, and then slowly, slowly coming out of it, unwind. Yeah, good. Then you're going to lift up your legs and we lower to lift ourselves up. And we go into a forward fold. Forward fold. Nice. All right, and then we lift up. Now you're going to bend the left leg and your right leg is going to go back behind you for pigeon. So we do pigeon now on the other side and throw your blanket underneath the left hip if you need to. Pull the foot up if you can, but you want the hips to be even. See if you can lower onto a block. All right, and then from there we lift up and we're going to rotate, okay, so that your right leg extends and your left heel comes into the groin. Okay, now if you need to come up on a blanket, that's fine. And then you reach. Good, and then from there, that right extended leg comes in front of the left or on top of a block, or you go into half lotus. Toes are going to come up off the thigh, you guys, for half lotus, and then you go forward. You can use a block to go forward. That's fine. Good. And then we come up. If you're sitting on a blanket, you're going to pull it out because we're going to slide back onto our back. So you go back, grab that foot. So the right foot is grabbed by the left hand and the left foot is grabbed by the right hand. And you lower. Good, and then from there, lifting up, you're going to take the right leg over the left. You have the option of wrapping the foot around that left calf. Open up your arms, slightly shifting your hips to the right, then dropping your legs to the left, and you could use a block or a blanket. Good, and then from there, slowly lifting up. The legs then reach, and we lower and come back into a forward fold. All right, you guys. And then from there, taking it onto your back, doing a little bridge.
That's going to be counter posturing for that forward fold. If you need to do another twist, rotate side to side. And then set yourself up for Shavasana. Set yourself up for Shavasana. And you're going to take your hands, palms up, right alongside the thighs and hip, shoulder blades underneath you. Cover your eyes with a dark cloth, an eye pillow, or an eye mask, because we're calming the pitta, the fire sign, the fire, not sign, the fire element in the body. All right, settling and pacifying. And move the body into stillness. So Shavasana means corpse pose. So you literally go into complete stillness, a complete letting go, a complete release, and relax. Let the breath settle, slow down, and eventually the mind follows. Good, and then begin to deepen your breath. Bring some movement into your fingers and your toes.
slowly roll to your right side and rest there a moment. And then bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Hands come together and thumbs connect to your heart. Close your eyes. Do a little body scan starting at the top of the head and move your awareness all the way down with the intention of softening and relaxing the body. The face, the shoulders. Holding the body up and lifted, but gently. Softening the skin around you. Feeling a sense of flow and ease within the body. Noticing your connection to the ground. Having a solid awareness of being connected to the ground. And letting that awareness bring you stability, stamina. Let it be what calms and settles and brings in stillness. May you have a wonderful evening. Namaste. Good job, you guys.